The magic is in the prompting. When it comes to setting up AI voice agents and installing them, one of the pivotal aspects of it in making it sound more human like is including in a system prompt patterns that humans have when they're communicating. And so nobody speaks perfect or nobody speaks without ums. We all use ums and maybe pause a little bit, and the cadence in which we also speak goes into communication sounding more human versus sounding more like an AI or a robot. And these voice agents aren't perfect. However, by introducing these patterns and elements that you find in human speech, you can make it sound more personable, sound more uh, cordial, and the experience is a lot more pleasant for people that are calling and communicating with them. And so in this video, I want to talk a little bit about what to put into your system prompt to kind of give it that more human-like feel. And so I have here one of my receptionist demos, and it's three simple steps that you're going to take when creating your system prompt. So the first is going to be including in the system prompt to add occasional filler words. So specifically, I put in gotcha, let me think. And so when you call that agent and have a conversation with it, it'll include here and there those phrases, and it makes it feel like you're talking to a person. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is going to be including back channeling. So we're using retell AI, and in their speech settings, you can go down and you can find here where it says back channel frequency, and back channel words. So point eight is their default settings, and I keep it at that. But for the back channel words, I put in mm-hmm, okay, uh-huh. So it's how the agent speaks back to you or shows the indication that it's listening or hearing what you're saying. And again, that's another part that makes it sound more human like. So those two strategies are very helpful. And then the one other point that I want to bring up is not specific to it having that human like response or communication, but just for it being able to communicate properly. So these voice agents, when it comes to retail, when it comes to Vappy and the platforms, when you're dealing with email addresses and sometimes when you're dealing with phone numbers, it can sometimes repeat back to you uh, the wrong number or the wrong email. And so the way to avoid that and way to make sure to increase the accuracy and precision of the information that it collects and in that communication is to have it repeat back to you that information. So whether it's the email, whether it's the number, whether it's a name. And so you'll see here, for example, this is the demo. When there's a caller and is having that conversation, if it asks for your name or if you provide it with your name, it'll spell it back to you. So you prompt for it to spell it back to you. So here it says, "Can I please get your full name?" "Yes, it's Kwame Johnson." "Thanks, Kwame. Can you please spell your first and last name for me just so I get it right?" And then you'll spell the name out and then the number, and it'll speak it back to you. "Let me confirm. That's Kwame spelled Kwame, Johnson spelled Johnsson, and then the number 215-555-1234." So it's spelling it back out for you. So number one, it's able to you're able to confirm that it got the right information. And so you feel that confidence and trust in what's being communicated. And then two, by it spelling it back out, it is now being more precise in what it's collecting. And so then when the call is over and a post-call analysis is done, and for the post-call analysis, I did a video previously on what that looks like connecting retell to make.com. And so check that out if you want to see how to collect the information and integrate it into your CRM. But when it repeats back the information to you, now the AI has more to work with when creating the summary, when stating the name or stating the number or stating the email address for that post in the post call. And if there's any text that's being sent out mid call, any email, any uh, uh, information that's being sent, then it has more precise information by uh, using this as the process rather than it giving you the information and then just saying thank you for that or okay. You always want to have it repeat back what is being told so that you can be sure of the precision. So those are the ways that you can make these agents sound more human-like. You can make these agents more precise. When you do that, it really is a huge difference versus when you don't include those things. That's what I got for you today. I'll see you next time.